This absolutely gorgeous northern seaside village has count them three fish and chip shops: Hook, Neptune and Lewis's Fish and Chips. There's also a couple of pubs that also serve fish and chips. Welcome to Sea Houses in Northumberland. Do hope you'll join me for a walk around the town. We'll have a look at the harbour and we'll face the difficult decision of which of those fish and chip shops to eat in. Will it be Lewis's, or maybe Neptune's, or will it be Hook? We're going to go to the harbour first. That's the old Ship Inn, where they also serve fish and chips, and this is Percy the polar bear, apparently. Percy's part of Sea Houses Festival Lights, and there's a sign encouraging you to take a selfie, so here we go. Must admit the old Ship Inn looks nice, doesn't it? They also have accommodation there as well. Across the road there's another one, the Bamborough Castle Inn and Chandler's B&B, but here is the harbour. Oh, this looks lovely, doesn't it? Look at all these wooden seats to sit on. I bet this is very busy here during the summer. The name of that pub is significant, the Bamborough Castle Inn. We are actually only about 3.5 miles away from Bamborough Castle, and we visited there on this channel before. So I had to drive through Bamborough to get here, with fabulous views of Bamborough Castle. So if you want to watch that video, I'm putting a link to it on the screen right now. Well, the Bamborough Castle Inn is certainly in a fabulous location. And I love these old stone walls. I bet there's a bit of history about those. Look at all these boats. Lots of tours go from here. In the summer, of course. Now they're moored for the winter. And if you want to go on a trip during the summer, there are plenty of boats to choose from, offering trips out to the Farne Islands and also puffin watching. Serenity, Billy Shiels, St Cuthbert Farne Islands boat trips, Golden Gate. Well, of course, we're close to Christmas and this place is deserted, but in the summer it gets really, really quite busy. Fishing trips galore. And that's Sea Houses Beach, and if you look very carefully, right on the horizon there is Bamborough Castle itself. Of course, I'd never heard of Sea Houses until I visited Bamborough Castle about 6 months ago, and I'm really pleased that I took the time to come back because I like what I see already. You know, those boats can fairly pack them in, can't they? Have you ever been on a Farne Islands boat trip? Do let me know down in the comments. I think I might come back in the summer and do one of these. Is this a little lighthouse we have at the end of the harbour pier? Don't think we'll go down there today. And from the end of the pier we can just about see the Farne Islands out there. Puffins in the summer. Probably a lot of seals as well. Well, even though the village is called Sea Houses, this harbour is actually called North Sunderland Harbour, and that's because the area has an intriguing history. North Sunderland Village was originally a little ways inland, ironically originally called Sunderland, but renamed North Sunderland for obvious reasons because of the city down near Newcastle. But the fishermen that lived in North Sunderland used to come to work here at North Sunderland Harbour, and they used to stay in sea houses as they were working before going back to North Sunderland when they were on their breaks or holidays. And over the years, the two villages effectively merged together. Sea Houses and North Sunderland do exist separately, but effectively, physically, they are one and the same. But I do think that history is fascinating, especially with the naming of the harbour. I just love this harbour and all the associated buildings around and about. Would this have been where the original fishermen's sea houses were? Love that, more benches for people to sit on during the summer and eat their fish and chips from one of those 3 fish and chip shops. And just above the latest set of benches, whale jawbones. I love the view of the harbour between those whale jawbones. Oh, I'm really, really loving Sea Houses. And look, there's another pub, the Black Swan Inn. This place is festooned with pubs and fish and chip shops and cafes. Do not approach the dolphins swimming in this area. Oh, that would be great to see, wouldn't it? Well, I do believe it's chip shop time. Which one should we choose? Hook, Neptune or Lewis's? Well, I'm going to choose Hook. Well, it must be the marketing person in me. I just love the glorious simplicity of the name. Hook. Well, I must admit, it's very pleasant in here. I've already got myself a cup of steaming black Americano coffee, and the food's just arrived. Now, remember, I'm not really a massive fish fan, so in fish and chip shops, I always have sausage and chips and, of course, curry sauce. Have a look at this plateful. Curry sauce looks absolutely fabulous, doesn't it? Let's dunk a chip in it. Well, here goes. That is actually quite fruity. Not much heat to it, but a tiny little bit of spice. It's really quite nice, if a little sweet. The chips are exactly as they should be, nice and crispy on the outside with that really nice marshmallowy, fluffy potato in the centre. I just noticed the curry sauce actually has sultanas in it. I don't think I've had sultanas in a curry since the Vesta curry days. Who remembers Vesta curries? Anyway, look at that sausage. I could have done with just one of those sausages. They're huge. Let's give it a try. It's a great meaty sausage. Let's see what it's like smothered in that fruity curry sauce. It's the spot. Well, I have to say that was a good choice. Hook's food was great. Fabulous sausage supper, and lots of it. I had to leave half of the second sausage. It was just far too much. But was it the right choice? What about Neptune? What about Lewis's fish and chips? Maybe I'll come back in the future, but if you have been to either of those, let me know down in the comments, what do you think of Neptune and Lewis's fish and chips here in Sea Houses? One final little drop of Sea Houses history. Next door to this caravan park is the Station Yard car park. Yep, Sea Houses used to have its own railway station, and the next station along was North Sunderland, linking them onto the UK rail network. Of course, both the stations and the railway were axed a long time ago, well before Beeching, in fact, back in the 1950s. There is a platform left at North Sunderland, I believe, but it's quite hard to find, so we're not going to go and have a look for it today. But I can't resist a little drop of railway history wherever we go. Going to walk off those chips and those sausages with a walk along Sea Houses beach. Wow. Great place for dog walkers. What an absolutely glorious spot this is. Sea Houses Beach, vast, deserted, with the Farne Islands out there behind us. Definitely want to come back in the summer. I know it'll be busy, but I want to take a boat trip out to the Farne Islands, puffin spotting, dolphin watching. It all looks extremely, extremely exciting. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to see another really interesting place on the north coast, have a look at this video about St. Abbs, which is one of the locations they used in the Marvel Avengers movies. I'll see you on the next one for some more travel adventures and a little drop of history.